In Washington, we all know access is power. Money buys access, and access can be bought just about every weekend of the year. This is what you maybe don't realize, because nearly every weekend, including this past one, politicians serve it up retail, inviting lobbyists and other influence seekers to fundraising getaways at posh resorts, ski vacations, spa resorts. Lawmakers in both parties do it, Republicans and Democrats, including some who tell voters just the opposite. Lawmakers who are actually on the record saying they are fighting the good fight against lobbying. Listen.
We need a new corporate tax code and regulatory system to eliminate lobbyist loopholes and giveaways, level the playing field between businesses, big and small, and foster a dynamic, globally competitive private sector. The left today no longer represents the little guy, but rather the crony clients of the ever-expanding special interest state. Progressives have become the party of Wall Street, K Street, and Pennsylvania Avenue. We must become the party of Main Street, everywhere.
K Street, by the way, is what he's talking about. That's where a lot of the lobbyists are in Washington. That's Utah Tea Party Republican Senator Mike Lee. Keeping him honest, though, when he's not publicly crusading against lobbyists, guess what? He's privately asking them for money. Drew Griffin tonight caught him at it. Take a look.
It's 8 a.m. in Snowbird, Utah, and that early gondola heading up the mountain an hour before the slopes of this luxury resort even open is filled with lobbyists. But not just lobbyists. Utah Senator Mike Lee is here too. In fact, it's his Political Action Committee hosting a fundraising ski getaway. Cold weather not your thing? Tee off at San Diego's Torrey Pines Golf Course. It's a fundraiser for California Democrat Congressman Juan Vargas. Teeing off at the 9:40 tee time, his special guest, House Minority Whip Steny Hoyer. For a Washington, D.C. lobbyist, this is the world of unlimited access. Political fundraising junkets leave D.C. every weekend. They meet at luxury resorts where lobbyists schmooze, drink booze, dine slopeside, and get what one lobbyist tells CNN is the most valuable access you could have. Critics say it's the epitome of pay-to-play politics. And surprisingly, less than a month ago, the senator having this slopeside lunch with lobbyists was one of those critics. This is Senator Mike Lee giving the Tea Party State of the Union response, chastising the business as usual that goes on in Washington.
Critics might push back and argue that my own party has been part of the problem, too often joining the Democrats to rig our economy to benefit the well-connected at the expense of the disconnected. I know because I'm one of those critics.
You won't find many of the disconnected here. Lobbyists have paid as much as $5,000 for the opportunity of a ski weekend with Senator Mike Lee. Ski with the senator, eat lunch with the senator, après-ski drinks with the senator. All part of the well-connected crowd. Shortly after this slopeside lunch for 22 friends, we decided to ask Senator Mike Lee just why he's doing this.
Just want to ask you why they're so important. I mean, you're not the only guy that does these.
Everybody I didn't really consent to an interview right now, I don't think.
Well, I'm just wondering if we could ask you a few questions about why you have these, in general, why you have these kind of weekends for these lobbyists.
Yeah. Politicians raise funds, and this is what we do.
Do you like to do it? You spoke so eloquently about the disconnected not being represented. I just wonder if you like this.
I enjoy skiing. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
It may have been an uncomfortable moment, but in that brief interview, the truth. They're supposed to legislate, but this is what politicians do. Constantly raise funds. And according to one who did it, many do hate it.
Their job in the Congress is now only 2 days a week at most. You know, it's a part-time job. The full-time job is raising money, so they're out raising money.
Former U.S. Congressman and Senator Tim Wirth of Colorado got out of public office more than 20 years ago because he saw then what's only gotten worse. He says right now, if you want to stay in office, stay in power, stay here, only one thing matters: money.
A lot of people up on Capitol Hill know that it's very poisonous, it's very corruptive to your system. So I left. That was 20 years ago, and that was kids' play compared to what goes on now.
And according to Wirth, as long as politicians need money, they will sell the one thing every lobbyist wants on Capitol Hill: access. A cycle that creates government decisions, says Wirth, driven by special interests, especially the interests who can pay the price politicians demand.
What is the language?
Well,
Are we talking about political extortion?
Well, we are. I mean, extortion's one part of it. You know, bankruptcy is another part of it. You know, getting paid for political outcomes, you know, as a way of describing it. It's basically corrupt. And it is legalized corruption. And people aren't going to say that. They will recoil when you say it, but it's true.
And if you're looking for any change from within Washington, Wirth says forget it. There's too much money to be made and too much access to be sold, which this weekend includes a spring training trip to Florida, a spa weekend in Mississippi, or if you'd like, skiing in Alaska.
Drew, that was an awesome report. And I before we even move on, I just got to go back to that interview with Mike Lee. Did he actually put his hand up, like saying he didn't consent to an interview in a public space?
Yes, he was coming out of a lunch, and obviously, Anderson, he had no idea we were there. Caught off guard maybe for a moment and forgot that he was indeed a public official, but then he did take his hand down and at least answer a question.
And it was amazing. I mean, his answer, this is what we do. This is what politicians do. I mean, that's actually
Anderson,
quite
this
true.
is what politicians do. This is what they're doing all the time. And as we've started to look into this reporting that we've done, there are fundraisers, as we've reported on your show, almost every morning in Washington, D.C. It's how you start the day.
So you can go to a spa with one of these senators or congresspeople?
You can pick your spa sometimes. Some weekends you can pick which spa you want to go to. Pick which party you want to go to the spa with. It is crazy.
And it's one thing, I mean, Mike Lee, to have done this right after, you know, making, as you said, this eloquent talk during the State of the Union, in response to the State of the Union about, you know, the politically connected, and he's a critic of that kind of system. I mean, wasn't all this traveling with lobbyists and paid trips, wasn't that supposed to stop years ago with the law basically banning gifts from lobbyists?
Yeah, the new law back in 2007 was that draining of the swamp legislation that we heard about, basically banning all sorts of these gifts, travel, even meals, from lobbyists to politicians, Anderson. I remember after that was passed, I couldn't even buy a cup of coffee for somebody on Capitol Hill. But there is a loophole. And here's the loophole. Instead of lobbyists supplying the gifts, politicians, through their political action committees, essentially supply the gifts, which can be purchased for the cost of a donation. So politicians are now taking the lobbyists on trips and making them pay for the privilege. It is ridiculous. And in the end, many think that changes designed to drain that swamp only made that swamp deeper and a lot worse.
I mean, this is just, we got to do more on this stuff because it's just unbelievable to actually see it all play out. And you said it happens every weekend, basically.